Amber brings up the selective support she gets when she's actively losing weight. Has she ever thought the reason she may get so much support when she's losing weight is because she finally gave her audience something to support and applaud? She spends so much time trolling, gaslighting, getting caught in lies, big or small, complaining, and blaming her audience for so much. Of course, the attitude towards her weight loss will be more positive. Her own attitude towards her platform changes during that time as well.
Least favorite, super easy, Charlie Gold. And if I have to explain why, then I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. I believe Amberlynn went to her latest video trying to address a topic from the past that got her a lot of criticism and maybe try to show some growth and express her perspective, but that's not what happened. At this point, just let it go, even if others don't. At the end of Amber's video, she asked if any viewers had any specific videos that they'd want her to watch and give her thoughts on.
If there are any other videos that you guys want me to watch, videos that I have filmed in the past, let me know. Especially like ones that people consider iconic or ones that are controversial even, or ones that are funny, doesn't matter. Let me know and maybe I'll do it.
My messy side would love to see her go over the Snapchat rant just to see how many different ways she can blame her audience. My more objective opinion on that request, why? What's the point? She's claiming in this video she's no longer that train wreck and controversial person. Then leave those moments in the past. They will always be brought up because it happened publicly. If she's no longer that person, then move on. For the ones that still like to revisit the past, let them revisit the past. There was a moment in the video where I saw a glimpse of her taking responsibility.
There have been mukbangers out there who have lost weight. It is a thing. It's not something that's crazy.
It is a thing.
It's easy to gain weight doing it, obviously, but it's also not that hard to lose weight while doing it. So
I think here I was making excuses because I wanted to continue the mukbangs without backlash.
But then she'd go right back to focusing on the fact that she didn't eat the whole platter on camera, and then her go-to focus on what smaller creators do and their lack of backlash. This video wasn't the worst, but Amberlynn still doesn't get it. John's video is what sparked Amberlynn's shrimp mukbang, where he gave his opinion on mukbangs being tied into weight loss journeys. When Amber mentioned he could have simply messaged her before taking it to his audience and platform, I understood that, and I agree.
mukbangs and weight loss. This is like such a big thing because Obese the Beast made another video kind of talking about mukbangs, like obese people doing mukbangs and like mixing weight loss with mukbangs. So I personally messaged him because we have talked in private before, like because he made 2 videos about me and then a video about mukbangs. Before the mukbang video, I messaged him. This was before the mukbang video, so before he started talking about mukbangs, I messaged him and just been like, I just asked him like, why couldn't you tell me like in a message that everything you said in the video, why couldn't you tell me?
So I remember this moment. I was definitely confused because me and him had, talked in private before. He wanted to help me just a little bit with like weight loss, give me some advice and stuff. And then he made a whole video kind of like expressing his feelings or concerns. And I just thought it was weird since, we have been talking in private, why he didn't voice those to me privately. Instead, like he made a whole public video about it. So I found that at the time to be a wee bit frustrating, but it's like now I get it. It's the YouTube game. Making content about me does get quite a few views. So I get it now.
That line of communication was there and he had a choice to use it, but he chose to take it to his platform first. Seeing that John was aware of his platform and the amount of criticism Amber received online, a private convo wouldn't have hurt, especially since the intent was to help her. I will say though, as a viewer, we're not privy to their private conversations, so we may not know what was discussed or what concerns were communicated on John's end. As viewers, what we can say is that we've also watched Amberlynn dismiss the professional advice of medical professionals over the years. John may not be a doctor, but he was someone who seemed like he wanted to help her, and the moment Amber heard something she didn't like, she sat down to record herself at close to 600 pounds in front of a shrimp platter with her smug attitude in tow. I don't think that shrimp mukbang was completely about John's approach. I think it was mostly Amber's defiance and delusion to how severe her issues were. John was putting out one of Amber's biggest moneymakers would need to go for her to be successful. Whether Amber appreciated the delivery or not, he wasn't wrong. That's why she's sitting here today looking almost as big as she did in the original shrimp video. She wants to talk about caloric deficit and how one could technically achieve weight loss while doing mukbangs. Yes, one can, and I'm sure somewhere someone did, but that person isn't her. It has never been her, and it will never be her. Instead of seeing that early on, learning from it, and just removing it from her channel, she continued on because it was extremely profitable. Amber has always had a habit of listening to advice that already fit her narrative and what benefits her. At the time, what was benefiting Amber the most, monetarily, was the mukbangs. It's lazy content that brings a ton of engagement. So of course she was going to push back. If she didn't, that means she would have had to try something else for content, and whatever that is would probably take more time and effort. Amber brings up the selective support she gets when she's actively losing weight.
We're kind of just over people only supporting us when we're doing what they want us to do. That's just not...
That is a true fact. That is a thing. People like me more when I'm losing weight, when I'm actively showing that I'm losing weight, which is a very weird concept in my opinion, because it's like, whether I'm losing weight or I'm not losing weight, I'm still like the same person within. Like I still have the same heart and the same personality. And so it's like, to like someone based on their weight, or to dislike someone based on their weight, or to dislike or like someone based on like how they eat, or if they're on track, off track, is weird. Because when you truly think about it, like, it is one's life. Like, this is my life.
Has she ever thought the reason she may get so much support when she's losing weight is because she finally gave her audience something to support and applaud? She spends so much time trolling, gaslighting, getting caught in lies, big or small, complaining, and blaming her audience for so much. Of course, the attitude towards her weight loss will be more positive. Her own attitude towards her platform changes during that time as well. Creators are responsible for at least trying to set the tone on their own platform. If you want a combative one, that's what you'll get. Amber has spent so much time going back and forth with her audience when she could have been figuring out what she wants from her platform, if what she wants is actually healthy for her, and how to set some boundaries that she clearly doesn't have, and communicate it properly. Amber still feels harassed about the shrimp video and wants to emphasize the calories and the fact that she didn't eat all of it on camera.
Where if we film a mukbang, obviously it's very possible to stay under our allotted calories for the day. So
that's very true. Keep in mind, I am still harassed to this day about me eating a whole shrimp cocktail. So yeah, let's still keep that in mind, because you're gonna see here that's not the truth. From what I remember, I do say how many calories I actually ate in this video. So that whole thing of shrimp is only 405 calories, and that is including the cocktail sauce. It's a lot of food because it's voluminous, and that is what you kind of go after when you are in a calorie deficiency for weight loss. You want to eat very low calorie, healthy foods that are high in volume while low in calories or carbs, if you're counting carbs, whatever it may be.
Okay, so she didn't eat the whole platter, and even if she did, the calories fit within a caloric deficit for her to still lose weight. But guess what? She clearly ate way more than the platter off camera, and continued to. Amber feels Shrimpgate is still brought up present day. Okay, so what? Who cares? The viewers who care will continue to care. Does that mean she has to care along with them? No. There are plenty of viewers who have moved on, and there are many who haven't. Amber's latest video won't change that. She can revisit the past with them, but don't complain or shift blame. It's simple. A lot of the backlash was due to her smug delivery that's always coupled with her victimhood. Has Amberlynn had a polarizing presence on YouTube? Yes. Does she get fat shamed? Yes. Has she been an active participant that feeds that negativity? Yes. She may have struggled mentally through the backlash, but upon her return, she responded with something that would lead to more criticism. She continued to upload content she no longer wanted to, and then eventually returned to the behavior that would bring more engagement, like trolling. There is not a single soul on this platform that can force Amberlynn to be a train wreck. She chose that. And the longer I watched her, the longer I enjoyed it, because from my perspective, she's awful. If she wants to ruin her life in 4K, by all means. She can try to shift blame all she wants, but Amber has always been responsible for her own actions. She's responsible for what she uploads to the platform and how she chooses to respond. And not everything is worth a response, by the way. People still bring up Shrimpgate? Good. Keep it moving. She has a habit of addressing the dumbest. A recent example is her addressing her reasoning for ordering off of Amazon instead of going out to get it locally.
Okay, actually, before I haul any of this stuff, I know some people wonder, like, why do you do Amazon? Well, why don't you just like go to the store? My girlfriend is working majority of the day. I could take an Uber, have taken a couple in the past, but the Uber to even get to the store, $20, $30. So it's like, I'm literally paying way more than I do for just like Amazon Prime. So I save money doing it this way, and I have no problem, you know, getting it on Amazon.
First off, she didn't have to address that. If she wants to shop off of Amazon, then that's what she does. She chose to respond and bring up the cost while forgetting she literally uploaded content of her ordering a fountain drink for a ridiculous amount.
I got Diet Coke. I spent $15 for this. But I will say that Diet Coke from McDonald's is liquid heaven, so... Oh yeah, that's totes worth $15.
The intent is probably to explain herself, but then it leads to viewers easily pointing out that she'll spend that amount at home and call it content, but won't spend that amount to leave her home, which is the content that a lot of viewers have been begging for. Now let's quickly discuss the content that some people have been begging for, because I've been seeing it everywhere. The comment that's probably liked the most under any recent Amberlynn video is probably a comment that mentions her leaving her home in any way. Here's the thing. That girl's not going to film herself outside of her home for content. It's simple. She set that boundary. It is what it is. Does it mean we have to like it as viewers? Of course not. Outside of her most controversial videos, the ones that are the most enjoyable includes her loved ones. But I do think we need to hang it up. I don't see that coming back anytime soon. The only way I see Amberlynn posting content with others is if she includes other content creators. And due to her insecurities, I don't see Amber even following through with any sort of collab. And that's okay. Listen, I've been watching Amberlynn for years. When it comes to the constant back and forth with her weight loss content, she needs to shit or get off the pot. She has expressed multiple times that she wants to remove the topic. So remove it. What's the worst that can happen? She lose subs? Okay. She has to put more effort into other topics? Okay. She'd be surprised to see that viewers can be very forgiving. Acknowledge it, apologize, only for sorry. Don't repeat it, and move on. It doesn't matter how bad the comments are or how outraged anyone is. She can simply do what she wants, seeing that it may help with her mental health, so she can finally move away from the toxic relationship she's built with her viewers. Whether Amber has realized this or not, Chantel built a bridge for her over the last 2 years. If Shrimpgate was to happen today, I would probably just point and laugh and wait for the next medical emergency. Amber has always had the choice on what to do about her health, her content, and whatever she chooses to take away from this platform. And no matter how many videos she reviews, that hasn't changed. Sadly for her, it doesn't seem like much has changed in general. As much as she feels she's a different person, a lot of those changes have not translated through her content. The one thing viewers can see and comment on. So she can go on endlessly explaining herself, or she can just show viewers what she wants on her platform and the changes that she claims are there. Because the constant comparisons to skinnier YouTubers have not given her any new results and opinions, has it? So if she wants to stop talking about her weight, great. Shut the up about it. And also stop turning on the camera right after therapy. Work through it privately. The results will either show or they won't. But complaining and trying to find blame within a hate audience that she helped build won't accomplish a damn thing outside of lining her pockets. And last time Amber spent years focusing on lining her pockets while addressing things that really don't matter, she ended up sitting on that platform crying to the same thousands of people because she didn't know where her newly diagnosed battle would take her. It's 2023. If Amber wants to talk about a book, okay. If she wants to just cook those interesting looking dishes, okay. But she needs to set the tone, the boundaries, and expectations without blaming her audience. Even if the views dip because a lot of people signed up for the train wreck, oh well. That's the name of the game. That's what YouTube is. And no matter what, there are people who will prefer watching her content through someone else. If she works on a better relationship with her audience over time, more people may tap back in, even if the topic doesn't initially interest them. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed any part of this video, please consider giving it a like. It does support the channel. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you are subscribed, still not getting notifications, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and set the notifications to all. You know the drill. And a huge thank you for all the additional support that I do get from my channel members and my patrons. Later, cluster.
Do you need a hug?
No.
You don't need a hug? You don't want a hug moment?
No.
Okay. No hug moments.
I got blessings falling on me. I got weapons, need no army. Stat like Tetris, you don't know me. Stat my fatty, you don't know me. Okay, hey now, it's a new kid on the playground. So many bags on me, you would've thought I was a spray ground. Now they know I don't play around. I can hear what you're saying now. I just doubled up my flight miles. Coast to coast, know they ain't in town. I get rich, watch, then I get a sick watch. Watch me hit the top, I might make a TikTok. Left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my net worth. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. Made a wish, now I'm here now. It's for real now. I got everything I wanted.